This is the newsroom for today, Thursday, December 24, 2020. We're broadcasting to you on E1, Scar TV, NTN, and Tarzi TV in Bartica. In the headlines, East Coast residents recovering from severe flooding calls for improved drainage. Minister of Health warns of surge in COVID-19 cases if persons do not wear masks and adhere to guidelines.
So don't go crowd up the place. Don't go and put yourself in harm's way.
AG report shows APNU AFC government spent $145 million on leg one stelling, but no work was done. Mother seeks help for daughter diagnosed with cancerous brain tumor. And in sport, floodlights unveiled at Guyana Cricket Board's LBI facility, regional female cricket to be played there in 2021. With the news, I'm Avinash Ramzan. Thanks for joining us. We started by telling you that residents of Hope on the east coast of Demerara woke up to their homes and yards flooded on Wednesday morning, days before Christmas. A resident, Bibi Aden, told Newsroom that this is the first time the community has experienced this level of flooding, and according to her, it is due to poor drainage and irrigation. As such, they are calling on the authorities to fix the issue before there is any recurrence.
Heavy rainfall and poor drainage and irrigation resulted in major flooding in the community of Hope on the east coast of Demerara on Wednesday, 2 days before Christmas. Now the residents are counting losses with livestock damages to homes and businesses that were under water for hours. A resident, Bibi Aden, spoke with the newsroom via telephone on Thursday and explained that the water has begun to recede.
Generally, we don't usually get a flood. Our yard is high, but the reason why, not just us, but the reason why the whole community and the whole street was flooded was because there's one main canal out on the road to drain the scheme water from all the drains, right? And someone is making drain in the canal. So they blocked the canal, so that is why the water wasn't draining out, and that was one of the reasons why the area was flooded.
Fortunately for Aden and her family, there are no major damages.
We woke up in time to get the fish raised and the other stuff picked up. Until yesterday morning at 4 o'clock, we are in the, well, not me, but my mom and my dad, to get the stuff up and everybody else.
Over the next few days, persons are being urged to be on the alert for flooding, landslides, damage to sea defenses, and overtopping by the Hydromet office. Additionally, the Civil Defense Commission, CDC, are encouraging persons to call the National Emergency Monitoring Center 24-hour hotline on 226-1114, 600-7500, or 623-1700 if they experience floods. Businesses affected by flood in Georgetown can also arrange to uplift free sand-filled bags from the CDC's Thomas Lands location. Reporting for the newsroom, I am Isanela Patwa.
Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony is yet again warning citizens to avoid large gatherings and to continue wearing face masks, especially during the Christmas holidays. The minister in Thursday's COVID-19 update said if persons are complacent, there will be a surge in cases by the end of December. The minister also noted that the government has improved its response to the dreaded disease, but this does not mean that persons can now operate carefree. He further urged that everyone have a safe Christmas.
Well, you know, it has been a difficult year, a very disruptive one. We started out the year going into an elections in early March, and then we had our first patient on the 11th of March. And since then, for the first part of the year, we kind of had a double whammy because we had problems with our elections, and at the same time, we had to deal with COVID. We haven't recovered from that as yet, and therefore, we have improved our response to COVID. If people get sick, our hospitals are ready. And it's the hospitals in the public sector that has been taking care of patients with COVID. So we have been working on this, and we have spent millions of dollars to ensure that we have testing and medicines and all the other things that are necessary for patients when they get sick with COVID. Now, having said all of that, that's not to say that you must go out and be reckless. People need to take responsibility. We are not going to be able to exit COVID as a country if each and every one of us do not take personal responsibility. So I do hope that as we go into Christmas tomorrow, I know people have been busy trying to shop and to do all kinds of things. This is a pandemic. All the sensible countries have taken measures to prevent people from doing these things, right? And we too have to be able to take common sense measures. So don't go crowd up the place. Don't go and put yourself in harm's way. And I think once we do that, we would have a safe holiday season. If we don't, then we'll see cases. And we'll see those cases by the end of December and rolling into January. But if people do the right thing, then we'll start the year on the right note.
Now, the former APNU AFC government has come in for criticism after an audit of the work done on the rehabilitation of the Leg 1 stelling found that during 2019, the former government paid $145 million to the contractor for works that was not done. Kurt Campbell reports.
The 2019 report of the Auditor General has found that former APNU AFC government made payments in excess of $145 million for works on the Leg 1 stelling, but the works were not done. Moreover, as of January 2020, payments totaling $199.4 million were made on the contract, which was awarded in September 2018 in the sum of $413.2 million. However, an updated and unsigned evaluation purportedly prepared by a consultant and submitted for audit by the Transport and Harbors Department stated that the actual value of the works completed on site was $53 million, the report noted. Auditor General Gov't Sharma in his report said that his office estimated value of works completed as of August 2020 to be $50.9 million. At the time of reporting in November 2020, the works were still in progress, even though the estimated completion date was over 1 year ago. It should be noted that the Audit Office is conducting a special investigation on this project. Altogether, the sum of $685 million was allocated for the completion of Leg 1 and Bartica stellings and the rehabilitation of Perica stelling. The full sum was disbursed to the Transport and Harbors Department.
When the newsroom returns, mother pleads for help as toddler diagnosed with cancerous brain tumor, and President fetes over 300 orphans. Stay tuned. This is the newsroom. While most children will be enjoying their quarantine Christmas celebrations this year, it will not be the same for 3-year-old Kiana Niles, who was this week diagnosed with a cancerous brain tumor. Kiana's 26-year-old mother of Sophia, Greater Georgetown, is pleading for assistance to help save the toddler. The mother of 2, Roshana Mitchell, told the newsroom on Thursday that the child will have to undergo radiation therapy since the location of the tumor makes it impossible to do a surgery.
I started noticing the difference in her behavior about 2 to 3 weeks ago. She walk in and she canting on the left side, as in falling down. She playing, she keep falling down a lot. So I decided to bring her to the pediatric clinic because I was advised to do so, because I wasn't sure where I should take her. And we went to the pediatric clinic. They did a physical with her, and they observed that there are certain things going on with her body physically in terms of walking. And that was the main thing. As the day progresses and we were in here, she started developing all the other symptoms, like twitching in the eye. She started walking worse than how she would. Speech. When she sleeps, she kind of like fighting in her sleep and conversating for a period of time. She did it for like 3 nights since we're here. The doctor was just looking at the MRI scans or the CT scans, and he see that it's a very big tumor for her age. And he also explained the possibility of things that could happen during the radiation. That is, she could be unconsciousness, coma, or possibly death. Those are things that he cannot control, but it's better to do something than nothing at all and just watch it grow out of control. Because that is what he was saying, that if we don't do anything, it could grow out of control and she could get worse.
And at this point, they can do surgery because of her age?
Not because of her age, but because of where the tumor is located. That's on the brain stem. That's the area which controls her blood pressure, her heartbeat, And those main things, those are things that you can't control. That just has to happen with the body. And that's what they were explaining to me. Well, at this point in time, I'm not asking for a specific amount, but from the advice that I got from person that they cost to do the radiation therapy, it's a lot on me. Whatever it is in terms of finance, I'm not asking for a specific amount, but just to help build, put together and build the amount up to have it done. And from being in here, she getting worse. And when I say it, nobody don't really believe. But knowing how my child is, I know it getting worse.
The cost of the therapy and other medical treatment have not been finalized by the Cancer Institute. However, anyone wishing to provide assistance can contact the family on telephone number 592-602-6725 or WhatsApp 610-9761. Within 24 hours of escaping from the Lusignan prison, East Coast Demerara on Wednesday, 25-year-old Ishaka John was recaptured. Director of Prisons Acting, Nicklon Elliott, in a statement revealed that John was recaptured along the Monrepo East Coast Demerara railway embankment at around 20 hours. Elliott said police were tipped off. John escaped from the prison holding bay sometime between 2 hours and 2 hours 20 earlier on Wednesday. He was seen by 3 ranks of both the police force and the prison service while he was on top of a fence. As a result, several shots were fired in an effort to apprehend him, but he continued to run in an eastern direction between Tower 4, 5, and 6. An investigation was also been launched into the circumstances surrounding the escape. Over 300 orphans from the Mahaika Children's Home, Children and Family Care Center, Sophia Care Center, the St. Anne's Girls Orphanage, Red Cross Convalescent Home, and the Joshua House Orphanage were treated to an early Christmas celebration on Thursday by President Irfan Ali. The President, during remarks at State House, encouraged the children to aspire for greatness as he presented them with tablets and toys.
I want to assure you that you have, all of you have, a brilliant future in Guyana. I want all of you to know that for our children of Guyana, State House and the facilities here are open to all the children of Guyana. And I wanted you to be able to come this afternoon and to be able to sit in the facilities of State House. You're indeed the future of our country. I also want all of you to know that regardless of where we grow up, regardless of which region we are from, regardless of our circumstances, we must all aspire for the greatest of things. You must aspire for every aspect of life. Do not put limitations to your aspirations. Think big, work hard, and set yourself goals. Even to be the president of our country. Do not have any limits on your goals. So I want you to know that nothing is too big for you to accomplish. Nothing is too hard to accomplish. You just have to put the effort in. And to those wonderful parents and caregivers, I want to thank you sincerely for the work that you do.
When the newsroom returns, over 200 women in Guyana trained to make masks and other accessories. Stay tuned. This is the newsroom. The Ministry of Human Services and Social Security has launched a garment and accessory cottage industry initiative which teaches women to sew masks, bags and other items along with how to market these skills. Subject Minister Dr. Vindhya Prasad in this interview explains that the idea is to create new skills to impact hundreds of lives. She said over 200 persons have benefited across the country so far.
We started the garment and accessory cottage industry, and this was open to all the regions of Guyana. We have a little over 200 persons who would have applied and who would have been part of this. Started simply with basic skills, making masks. The first bit that was done to help children get back to school. So it was done in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, where those who were involved provided masks to get the children back to school. And then I was very, very sure that I wanted this training component to be open to everybody. So that has been happening. And the team from the ministry has done an exceptional job reaching out and even, I would say, going beyond what the training program was intended for, because what we quickly realized that within the training program, in all, if not most of the regions, we had persons in the classroom who were in violent situations. They were right then experiencing domestic violence. So exactly what I wanted to happen happened. And we are able now to have these persons see their situations differently, have a different perspective to life, and to know that if you have a skill, there are many ways in which you can market it. So it's not that we're only going to stay at the face mask level. We're looking at other options and alternatives, making reusable bags and going on to other products. But the important thing is networking. So through the ministry, we are trying our best to network with persons out there who require these products. So when we train these persons, we have them in the training program, they learn about business literacy, sustainable micro enterprise, and all of these things. They could put it into work, and then right away they have a niche market so that it's sustainable employment and income. This is the pilot, and of course, wherever there are little glitches, we are working to improve it, because many more initiatives will be rolling out with the same idea, utilizing skills or creating new skills. So putting it all together, bit by bit, we will impact on hundreds, if not thousands of lives. And it feeds back into the whole concept of getting people to a point where they're financially independent, and if they're in a violent situation, they can leave and provide for their kids if they have them.
Now, it's not too late to find all the needed ingredients to prepare all of your favorite holiday dishes. For this segment of Christmas in 5, we visited the Food Max supermarket at the Giffland Mall.
If you haven't already done your shopping, then the place to be is Food Max at the Giffland Mall, and today we'll be talking with Ms. Gayatri.
Oh, there's a lot for you to find here at the supermarket, at the Food Max supermarket. So I'm going to start out with the fruits. We have all the locally grown fruits that you can find in Guyana at this supermarket. Things like, I must say, like hard to forget fruits, awara and sumutu, and you name it. Apart from the fruits, we also have the imported fruits. You know, eat healthy, eat fruit every day, right?
Especially in the pandemic.
Definitely, all your fresh veggies, you can have them whole or you can have them cut up. The reason why we do cut up veggies are for those working people like me, where you work the long hours and you're tired and you go home, you know, before you gotta go and cut up, we already have them washed, cut up, in package, and that you can just go and cook. Our meat section is like the best meat section right now. We have the local meats, which is like, you know, our local beef and pork and everything. Also, we have the imported one, those Angus beef and those ribeyes and all the different type of meats you can get. Turkeys, yeah, we have turkeys. Yes, we do have turkeys. You know, we have all the imported meats. I just want the viewers out there to know too, we also have the pepper pot meat already prepared, already portioned off, different portion sizes you can have. We have over 15 different types of cheese. All the different cheese that you ever think about, that you probably travel and you see Giffland Food Max have them now. We just received a shipment of spices and nuts. The nuts are like, we have like a whole aisle set up with just nuts. All the bartenders mixes and all the different type of pistachio, cashew nuts. You can have them roasted, you can have them in garlic and the regular natural ones. All the nuts. I mean, there's so much I can talk about the nuts and everything, right?
You guys are stocked as it relates to confectionery. What are some of the go-to items?
Oh, so we have so much of items that you can go to. I mean, not only children, you know, we as adults like those too.
The code word is the children.
Oh yeah. Well, so the children and us can get, you know, we have all the Kirkland brand chocolates. Also, if you want to give somebody a gift and you don't know what to give them, you can give them, we have these nice box chocolates, like box gifts. You can give that person, you can give a child, or you can give me it, right? So we have all these chocolates, Kisses, Ferrero Rochers, Cadbury's, all different sizes. You can get them right here at Food Max.
I noticed that Food Max isn't just your regular stop at a supermarket, because you guys have even stuff that you wouldn't find regularly in the normal supermarket here. Could you just touch a bit on what are some of the other items persons can find here?
Yeah, sure. Actually, what we want to do, we want to make Food Max like the one-stop shop. So when you come down here, like we've just received a whole container of lamps. So we have some in the supermarket here in case you don't want to go upstairs, you're probably too tired. We have lamps, we have items in bulk that you can buy, like if you want to come and grab a case of something or so. And bear in mind, we do have those items at bulk prices. Yeah, nice. And one more thing, give vouchers. Food Max does give vouchers too. So if you want to give your loved one a gift and you don't know what to buy them, give them a voucher and let them come and shop, like you're on a shopping spree.
I know you guys are really taking all precautions as it relates to COVID-19 to make sure persons are sanitized before coming in this supermarket. And even though it's projected to rain, I know you guys have a very spacious parking.
Definitely, yes, we do. You see, a lot of people like to shop at Giftland because it's so spacious, not only in the supermarket, around the mall. And you know, I just want to mention this thing. For those of you who have got to prepare your pepper pot and your cook up and everything, don't try to think that, oh, where am I gonna pick this up? Come down to Food Max, you get everything prepared for you. You just gotta grab and you go to the cashier and that's it. I would like to say on behalf of myself, my team, and management and staff, we would like to say a special thank you. Thank you for supporting Food Max throughout the year. Be safe for everyone, and we're looking forward to serve you next year.
All right, so there you have it, and this is Newsroom's Christmas in 5. Until next time, I'm Mark Murray saying goodbye for now.
Still ahead on the newsroom, the financial weather and bridge reports along with sport. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Newsroom. Now for a look at what's happening in sport. We're starting off with some cricket news. Minister of Human Services and Social Security, Dr. Vindhya Prasad, on Wednesday evening flipped the switch to unveil the international standard lights at a renovated Labon Intention Community Centre ground, which is now under the control of the Guyana Cricket Board. Akeem Green attended the unveiling and filed this report.
Over the last 2 years, the East Coast Demerara facility has undergone tremendous restoration works, with the ultimate aim to possibly host first-class cricket in the next 2 years. Wednesday evening, the GCB held a simple but significant ceremony at the venue to signify its commitment to developing the facility, which also houses the Chet Ramsing Centre of Excellence. JCB Secretary Anand Sinasi indicated the vision is one which they've worked towards in over 10 years, and over the last 5 years, they were able to acquire a 99-year lease from the Guyana Sugar Corporation.
We also would be looking forward to build the practice facility on that end of the ground so that we can reach the international standards that is required. This practice facility would be unique in that the new players pavilion would have a chute that take you straight into it with 6 strips that we can use at any time during the rainy season because it will be covered with a Teflon roof. Outside of that, on the northern end of the ground would be the main pavilion for seating and the hospitality boxes and so on. This obviously will take some time. But as you would see, in less than 2 years, we have finished the playing area, we have gotten the lights involved, and this building and the 2 other buildings next to it, we've completed it.
Minister Vindhya Prasad was in delight and stated this is only the start of progress.
I see this as the beginning of great things for the future of cricket and other sporting events. I want to say that LBI is a very lucky community because this community will now benefit from all the facilities that have been put in place. And I want to echo the sentiments of the previous speakers when they say that it will not only be used for cricket, it should not only be used for cricket, but it should be enjoyed by the entire community, the young, the not so young, and our senior citizens.
Dr. Prasad, who is also the head of the Guyana Hindu Dharmic Sabha, revealed the ground has hosted the conclusion of the annual Diwali motorcade for 4 decades, and to see the vision of the ground being realized is most pleasing. Additionally, Speaker of the National Assembly and President of the Everest Cricket Club, Manzoor Deer, expressed the future of cricket will be great.
I feel the future of cricket in Guyana is going to be competitive cricket at many levels, including T20 cricket, competitions that will not take 2 years and 3 years to complete a competition, but which will be finished in 6 to 8 weeks with winners. I see attractive prizes. I see most valuable players of competition getting vehicles and SUVs. I see teams playing for $10 and $20 million. Listen, this is not a dream. This is the future to be. This is the future to be for cricket.
After the closure of the LBI estate in 2010, current Chief Executive Officer of Gaisuko, Sesnarayan Singh, said it was difficult to upkeep the ground that was established since 1918, and it was pleasing to see how much it has transformed over the last years. Singh added that Gaisuko will continue to support as they want this success to be a greater success. After the ceremony, a 10-10 match was contested between over 40 teams, Western Masters and Jahid Masters. For the newsroom, Akim Green.
Guyana will be host to the Regional Women's Limited Overs Tournament in March 2021. This confirmation was made by the Cricket West Indies Director, Anand Sinasi, on Wednesday. More from Akim Green.
Guyana hosted the last edition of the tournament from March 17 to April 4, 2019, but it was severely affected by rain. The 2020 tournament had to be called off due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and it was revealed the T20 competition will be used as a qualifier for the Commonwealth Games. Women's cricket will make a historic appearance at the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games scheduled for July 28 to August 8.
In March of next year, Guyana will be hosting the Regional Women, and this venue is the premier venue for that. Also in that tournament, there's a 50-over format and there's a T20 format. The team that wins that T20 format, which is dubbed the T20 Blaze, would be representing the West Indies at the Commonwealth Games. So our girls will be behind them to get that done.
There is also the possibility for a return of international cricket at Providence in July 2021 with a tour from Pakistan. The National Stadium Providence last hosted international cricket on August 8, 2019, a 5th over match between West Indies and India. Pakistan last visited Guyana in April 2017 for 2 one-day internationals. They have never played a T20 international in Guyana.
Pakistan would be here sometime late in July, if confirmed, for 2 T20 matches, 3 T20 matches.
More so, back in November 2018, ICC revealed the 14th edition of the Under-19 World Cup will be held in the West Indies. Sinasi, who is also the Secretary of the Guyana Cricket Board, said they'll have to bid to host matches in Guyana.
There's a lot of cricket coming up in the new year. Guyana also will be required to bid on the ICC Under-19 World Cup in 2022. There's been no World Cup in the Caribbean and Guyana has not been a venue. So this venue is going to come up for a lot of usage.
Sinasi made those comments at the unveiling of the lights at the renovated Lebon Intention Community Centre ground. For the newsroom, Akim Green.
Now, the Board of Control for Cricket in India has approved a 10-team IPL from 2022. The decision was ratified by the BCCI's general body, comprising the state associations, at the board's annual general meeting on Thursday in Ahmedabad. Deciding on 2 additional teams was among the main points on the agenda for the board's 89th AGM. With less than 4 months left for the next IPL, it was decided to stick to 8 teams for the 2021 edition. Another important point was to discuss cricket's possible inclusion in the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics. The BCCI deferred taking a stand on it and will instead discuss it at a special general meeting in early 2021. With the ICC becoming more optimistic about the inclusion of cricket in the 2028 Summer Olympics, The board had recently sent a questionnaire to all member countries asking them to quantify the potential financial benefits they could accrue from their respective governments if cricket was included in the Olympics. And with that, we've come to the end of the news for this evening. Of course, you can find updates on these and other stories on our website, Newsroom.gy, our Facebook page, and Instagram. On behalf of the entire news team, my name is Avinash Ramzan, wishing you a very Merry Christmas. Do have a safe weekend, and see you back here on Monday.